Amara Hale stood at the threshold of the hangar her father had loved more than he'd loved his own lungs. The metal door groaned as she slid it up, dust cascading in shimmering clouds as sunlight sliced through the stale darkness. She hadn't been here in 12 years. Not since the argument. She'd called it a junkyard. He'd called it his life. Now he was gone, and the junk was hers. The air smelled of oil, cold metal, and memories she wasn't ready to process. Rows of shelves lined the vast hangar, all overflowing with machine parts, tools, and half-built contraptions. Her father, Captain Elias, hull engineer. Dreamer had spent his final years locked away in this cavern of solitude, tinkering on things he refused to explain. Amara swallowed hard and stepped inside. "This is going to take all week," she muttered. She grabbed a broom and began pushing dust into piles, uncovering the lost remnants of a man she'd never fully understood. An old flight helmet, a holly photo of her mother, a box labeled Project S. She paused. Her father had never been the labeling type. With a dull ache in her chest, she pried it open. Inside weren't tools, not parts, not data. Instead, nestled inside the box was a single metallic sphere, smooth, seamless, and humming ever so faintly. Amara frowned. "What the hell are you?" "The sphere, VIBRATED," she yelped, dropping it, but instead of hitting the ground, the object hovered, spinning rapidly until a thin beam of blue light projected from its center. A soft voice emerged. "Identify user." "I am Amara Hale," she said cautiously. The projection flickered, scanning her from head to boots. "DNA match confirmed." "User authenticated." "User what?" she demanded. "What are you?" The sphere rotated with purpose. Designation, Starchild, constructed by Captain Elias Hale for Operation Donbridge. System integrity, stable. Awaiting command, Amara Hale. Her breath caught. Her father had built this. A hovering, talking, AI-powered whatever it was. For what purpose? She asked. The blue projection shifted, forming a three-dimensional star map. One sector pulsed red. "To save the Hale family," Starchild replied. "And potentially the human race." Amara stared as cold prickles raced down her spine. The sphere floated toward the back of the hangar. Amara followed, heart pounding, until the massive tarp her father always kept locked down came into view. The sphere pulsed. "Please remove the covering." Hands trembling. She grabbed the edge of the tarp and pulled. The fabric crumpled away, dust exploding into the air as something metallic and massive was revealed underneath. A ship. Not any ship she recognized, sleek lines, dark alloy plating, a hull humming with quiet energy. It was small, like a scout vessel, but designed in a style no Earth manufacturer used. What? Where did he get this? Starchild hovered beside it. He built it. Built. From what? Alien scrap. A pause. Affirmative. Amara stiffened. The sphere continued. Captain Hale discovered the wreckage of a Cathorian envoy vessel 32 years ago. Their society was collapsing. He was chosen as Earth's silent liaison to ensure humanity's survival should the Cathorians fall. You are his successor. Her head spun. My father wasn't a diplomat, Amara whispered. He fixed engines, yelled at news anchors, and burned toast. He was also the reason Earth still stands uninvaded, Starchild said gently. The Cathorians trusted him. And he trusted you. Amara backed away. No, not me. We barely spoke. He said I didn't understand him. He was protecting you, the AI replied. If Cathorian enemies learned of his connection, you would have been targeted. The hangar felt suddenly too small, too silent, and now? Why show me this now? The projection zoomed into the star map, Pontu, the red pulsing region. Because the Cathorians have fallen. Their destroyers, the Vulnerary Dominion, are approaching the soul border. Elias Hale's final directive: activate Starchild. Prepare the vessel. Warn humanity. The words hit her like a shockwave. Her father had known he was dying. Known she would come. Known she was his last hope. Amara sat on an overturned crate, staring at the ship. She remembered something he'd said a long time ago, before their paths diverged. Someday you'll see why I keep building. Because one day something will come from the dark, and someone will need to push back. She thought he meant politics. He meant this. Amara stood, opened the hatch. The ship responded instantly, as if recognizing her father's blood in her. The interior glowed, softly, consoles lit with alien. Glyphs merging with human engineering. A cockpit with 2 molded seats, and a core chamber pulsing with blue-white energy. Starchild floated in behind her. The vessel is named the Dawn. Your father completed it 3 months before his passing. It flies, she asked. It exceeds all current Earth flight capability. Of course it did. Her father never did anything halfway. She slid into the pilot's seat. The controls molded to her hands like warm clay. I don't know how to fly this. You do, Starchild said. Captain Hale integrated neurosync modules calibrated to your biometrics. He intended for you to take the helm. Place your hands on the interface. She obeyed instantly. Her thoughts flooded with images, flight paths, star systems, weapon systems. Gravitational vectors downloaded into her mind like memories she'd never lived. She gasped, nearly jerking away. Starchild's tone softened. He believed in you. Amara Hale. Her throat tightened painfully. The ship vibrated as the hangar doors rolled open automatically. Sunlight poured in. Beyond the horizon, the sky looked normal blue, calm, deceptively peaceful. But far above it, somewhere past the dark edge of space, something was coming, and her father had spent his final years preparing her to face it. She whispered, "You really thought I'd do this, Dad?" The AI responded instead. He knew you would choose humanity. Even if you never chose him. That broke her. Tears slipped down her cheeks. Regret, love, all hitting her at once. She wiped her face roughly. "All right," she said, standing straighter. "If we're doing this, we're doing it my way." Acknowledged. Set course for the soul border. Patch me into global defense. Ready and Amara said, "Yes." "Call me Captain." The AI pulsed brightly. "Yes, Captain." The Dawnbreaker lifted off, engines roaring with a hybrid alien-human power no one on Earth had ever witnessed. The ground trembled beneath her as she soared upward through clouds, past atmosphere, and into the ink-black frontier where threats waited unseen. Amara gripped the controls, heart burning with a fire she hadn't felt since she was a child watching her father sketch ships on napkins. This was his legacy. This was humanity's chance. And she was done running from it as stars streaked around her. The warning alarms triggered dozens of vulnerary ships emerging from warp. Claws of metal slicing into the void. Amara smiled, fierce and fearless. "Let's show them what humans do when you threaten our home." The Dawnbreaker surged forward, and the galaxy would soon learn the name Amara Hel. Daughter her father always believed could save them all. Asterisk.